All right, guys. So as I told you before, because it is the start of primary season, it is officially started with the Iowa caucuses. The Trump derangement was going to turn up to a whole new level, okay? And I thought that it could not get any crazier when they started calling Trump Hitler, okay? And Charlemagne the God came out and said that Trump was the Antichrist. I was like, okay, I'm not sure how much further they can go with the Trump derangement. But lo and behold, they've now reached a new stratosphere of Trump derangement. And this Trump derangement features Liz Cheney, who went to a black church, the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, to give a Trump deranged speech to black folks in the congregation, where she claims that Trump is, quote unquote, poisoning the blood of our democracy. A politically charged speech in a church. I guess they allow these things for black churches.
My friends, as we meet this afternoon, a great lie is doing its work, poisoning the bloodstream of our democracy. A former president refuses to acknowledge that he lost, and he has convinced millions that our elections and our democracy no longer work. He threatens the foundations of our nation and everything Dr. King persevered to save. If given the chance, this former president's allies in Congress will once again ignore the rulings of our nation's courts, the outcome of our elections, and the words of our Constitution. As they claim for themselves the right to throw out the votes of millions of Americans and install their former leader as our president, we must not let them prevail. And my friends, faith communities have a particular obligation this election year. There are churches across our nation where ministers preach from the pulpits in adoration of this former president. There are pastors who seem to have forgotten the first commandment. And they are openly embracing an immoral, unstable, and depraved man who threatens violence and death, who attacks the rule of law, and who says he can terminate our Constitution. All people of goodwill in this nation, regardless of race, religion, political affiliation, regardless of anything else that might divide us, must stand together against this.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, this comes after Fannie Pack Willis did a speech in a black church in Atlanta, basically defending herself from accusations of getting her cheeks clapped by a special prosecutor that she hired to go after Trump. Again, so she took to the pulpit to essentially give a political speech. Now you have Liz Cheney taken to the pulpit of a black church to give a political speech. And I just got questions, right? Is this allowed or is it not allowed, right? Because I think that this is a violation of the Johnson Amendment, okay? Because the IRS specifically prohibits 501c3 organizations, aka nonprofits, from participating in or intervening in any political campaign on behalf of or in opposition to any candidate for public office, right? So in other words, taking an active role in any political campaign can negate a church's tax-exempt status. So considering how this church is actively playing a role in campaigning against former President Trump, I don't think they should be allowed to be tax-exempt, right? I actually think that their tax-exempt status should be revoked, okay? I'm just saying. Am I missing something here, guys? Okay, am I ignorant on this topic? Somebody please let me know, because if I'm ignorant on this, somebody let me know, because I think that this is a violation, right? You're allowing political actors like Liz Cheney to come into your church and to give political speeches, campaign speeches against former President Trump. And we have all seen how Trump was treated when he basically attempted to get political at a church event before on the campaign trail. A black church. Take a look.
Now Hillary Clinton.
Mr. Trump, I invited you here to thank us for what we've done in Flint,
Okay.
not
Okay.
to give a political speech.
Okay, that's good. Then I'm going to go back onto Flint. Okay. Okay. Flint's pain is a result.
Yeah, so again, you see how Trump gets treated when he gets invited to a black church to give a speech about something, and as soon as he tries to make it a little political, he gets shut down instantly. But Liz Cheney gets the whole pulpit to spew her nonsense about how Trump is, quote unquote, poisoning the blood of our democracy. Again, the double standard is absolutely amazing. As if, Democrats are allowed to do things that Republicans can't do, right? When Republicans go to church and then they start getting political, giving campaign speeches, they get shut down. Democrats, or, Liz Cheney, who is effectively a Democrat, really. She is a Democrat. Yeah, Democrats like her, anti-Trumpers, they're given the whole pulpit. Okay, and nobody says anything about it. Again, I'm trying to figure out where's the IRS on this. This is on camera. I think that this church's tax exempt status should be revoked, right? I really do. But regardless, in regards to what Liz Cheney was saying, she's not saying anything different than what she normally says on MSNBC, which is that Trump is a threat to democracy, while ignoring the fact that Biden is quite literally overthrowing democracy in his own primary, right? The Democrats aren't having a real primary in which they are banning Biden's political opponents. She's ignoring that. Biden is trying to actively lock up and jail his political opponents. Biden ignores the Constitution. He ignores the courts. Biden does literally all the things that Liz Cheney accuses Trump of doing. But yet she has nothing to say about it. And again, this is why I just can't take people like Liz Cheney seriously. It's not that, she doesn't like Trump. Right? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion about whether or not they like a guy. It's the fact that she's so fake and phony, because all of her criticisms are not grounded in any type of principles. Okay. They're grounded in partisanship. Okay. She does not spend any time criticizing Biden for the things she's criticizing Trump for, when Biden has proven to be all the things that she's criticizing Trump over. That's what really bothers me the most about this. That's what pisses me off. And what pisses me off even more is that black people are allowing themselves to be used as political pawns and tools in this agenda against Trump. While Liz Cheney is spewing her nonsense, the black people in the church are getting up and giving her a standing ovation like seals, Yeah, Liz Cheney, Trump is a threat to democracy, right? That's what they're doing. Like mindless NPCs, right? That's what it is. Because if Liz Cheney wasn't there to spew anti-Trump rhetoric, she wouldn't be there, right? If Liz Cheney had not taken the stances that she took, would she have been invited to that church? Even though as a conservative, I would say that Liz Cheney probably is more in line with the Christian faith than the Democrats and liberals, right? But she wouldn't have been allowed there. They would have never invited her there. She's only there because she's anti-Trump. That's it. That's it. They only got one use for her. Otherwise, she would never step foot in that church. They say she's a white supremacist, right? You're just as bad as, Trump and all these other people. This is what they say. And that's the thing about this that I really don't get from Liz Cheney. These people don't like you, right? You're being used. You're letting your personal vendetta against Trump allow you to be used by people that don't like you, that's going to throw you away as soon as Trump is no longer relevant. Which, hey, it looks like that won't be anytime soon, but still. Once they have no more usefulness for you, you're going to be tossed aside like a used condom, right? That's what's going to happen. But again, why are black people, why are we allowing ourselves to be used like this? Why are black people always allowing ourselves to be used as political pawns and tools for the Democrat Party? While the Democrat Party, through policies, continues to screw over black folks But yet, again, the people that's supposed to be looking out for black people, the black church, they're lining up Democrats, telling black people, hey, go vote for these people. Go vote for these people that are pushing your kids to get sex change operations, that are pushing the woke agenda in schools, that, again, are leading your kids to live a lifestyle that is not in line with what's in the Bible, right? That's what Democrats are actively trying to push on children. But again, the so-called black Christian leaders are lining up black people to go vote for something that should be against what they're preaching in the pulpit. Again, it's amazing how that works. The Democrat Party and their values are not in line with the church, but yet you have these so-called church leaders trying to make black people who go to church go out and vote for values that are not in line with what the church claims to believe in. Again, it's amazing how that works. But I really do think that these churches should lose their tax-exempt status. I really do. When you're sitting here allowing overtly political speeches, campaigns, like Democrats are openly doing, they should lose their tax-exempt status, right? This was a sermon, okay? That's what this was. This was a church service. This wasn't like the church just, rented out the building to allow a campaign event. No. This was Liz Cheney speaking at a church service, and she's literally giving a political speech. She turned a church service into a political speech. Same thing that they allowed Fannie Pack Willis to do. So, again, it's just amazing to me how black people, how we continue to allow ourselves to be used as pawns to push a Democrat agenda that is not in line with the supposed values of the church and what these people claim that they believe in. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.